What kind of experience is it to see all its horrors at once? No 8 aliens. Although scientists believe it's only a matter of time before we find aliens, compared to being able to find alien life, even more terrifying is that there is no other life out there. For example, in a pond, there is either a school of fish or none at all. If there is only one fish, it means this place is just a fish tank. If alien civilizations exist, then they might be observing the fish tank right now. In other words, the reason aliens are terrifying is not because of how scary they might look, but because we have absolutely no idea in what form they exist, and what they would do to us once they discover Earth. No 7 terrifying planets. Calculations from astronomical data in the observable universe. The number of planets exceeds 6 sextillion. This number is greater than all grains of sand on Earth. There are at least 100 billion planets in our galaxy alone. And among these worlds, there are countless terrifying planets. For instance, there is one in our solar system, and that is Jupiter. Based on existing theoretical models of planets, and many computer simulations show scientists that 4.5 billion years ago, as the solar system formed, Jupiter began a killing spree, destroying all the candidates for Earth. It was a planetary meat grinder. If the gravitational resonance of Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune had not stabilized Jupiter's orbit, it might have destroyed the entire solar system. If you feel that Jupiter isn't scary enough, there are many other terrifying planets in the Milky Way. For example, there's a planet where rains glass, a world of many dawns, and planets with winds far greater than those on Earth. Nova 6, zombie galaxies. Zombie galaxies refer to those that have exhausted their energy. They are filled with darkness and death, resembling a cold and lonely graveyard. Although these galaxies appear red in their final moments, because they are about to burn off the last of their energy. The terrifying part about zombie galaxies is that they likely reveal the ultimate fate of all galaxies in the universe. When the universe enters the final dark ages, and all photons and energy cease to exist, the universe will be left in cold, dead silence. No 5, supernova explosion. This is the largest scale explosion in the universe. Typically, when a violent, massive star reaches the end of its life, the fusion fuel inside it will run out. This causes the star's outer layers to collapse under intense gravity, compressing them into the core. But it also leads to a violent rebound from gravitational energy. At this very instant, all matter is thrown outward at nearly the speed of light, sending shockwaves into interstellar space, and forming a terrifying supernova explosion. The energy released by this explosion equals the total radiation of the Milky Way over centuries, capable of instantly wiping out all life within a 50 light-year radius. At the same time, during this, it also releases the ultimate cosmic killer, a gamma ray burst, known for black holes. These are devouring behemoths hiding in space. Not only can they swallow any object that appears in their orbit, but even light cannot escape them, completely overturning our understanding of physics. And the terrifying thing about them is that we still do not understand what is actually inside them. We only know that black holes have 2 types. One is a stellar mass black hole, with a mass about 3 to 1,000 times that of the Sun. These form when a massive star collapses, undergoes a supernova explosion and collapses. The other type is the supermassive black hole, which can reach millions to billions of times the mass of the Sun. For example, a supermassive black hole sits at the center of our galaxy, which is currently devouring everything around it. Yet, no one knows how a black hole of this scale actually forms. Plus, since they are invisible, the only way we can detect a black hole is by observing how it interacts with nearby stars. As for the world inside a black hole, whether it contains a wormhole or leads into another spatial dimension, humanity may never know. Number 3, the KBC void. Suppose we take a spaceship traveling at the speed of light into the deep universe. Though you will encounter dangerous celestial bodies, but soon you will find out. Compared to the observable universe, you would find yourself in a terrifyingly empty region. The density of galaxies here is very low. Even large-scale structures of the universe, including the Laniakea supercluster, appear as tiny as ants. This is what is known as the cosmic superdesert, a KBC cosmic void spanning 2 billion light-years. And humans and the Milky Way happen to be located right at its center. Even at the speed of light, it would take 10 million years to leave this place. It is just like a terrifying cosmic cage, enough to make humanity despair. What is even more scary is what scientists found the existence of the KBC void seems to violate fundamental principles of cosmology. According to models calculating matter distribution after the Big Bang, the diameter of a single void should not exceed 500 million light-years. Yet the scale of the KBC void exceeds the value by 4 times. Some scientists speculate that perhaps the KBC void was not formed naturally, but is an enclosed zone designed by advanced civilizations to isolate lower civilizations like humanity, ensuring they develop slowly in a relatively closed environment, so they will not contact dangerous information from the outside. This also happens to explain the Fermi paradox, answering why we have never found alien civilizations. Number 2, the Great Attractor. This is the most terrifying behemoth in space. It pulls the Milky Way toward it at 600 kilometers per second. It even drags hundreds of galaxy clusters, including the Virgo cluster. Moving this dragon, by calculations, this gravity source is 650 million light-years away, moving the Shepley Solar cluster next to Annika. Its width can reach 400 million light-years. Its mass is 10,000 times our galaxy, and many galaxy clusters have been found near it, making black holes look like ants in front of it. Under this powerful gravitational pull that Earth, the solar system, our entire galaxy moves toward it at 600 kilometers per second. Instead of saying Andromeda and the Milky Way are closing in, it is more accurate to say both are being pulled by it. Although based on existing theories, the Great Attractor might be pulled by combined forces, the Veda-massive celestial structures. Due to limitations of cosmic dust blockade, we may never be able to know whether there still exists within this region a mysterious celestial body that humanity cannot even begin to imagine. No one the size of the universe. For example, here you are in a city. The city you are in is located on Earth. Earth is inside the solar system. The solar system is in a Milky Way. The Milky Way is part of the local group. Further up is the Virgo supercluster, as well as the Laniakea supercluster. The Milky Way is merely a small dot within it. Although for humanity, this scale is already massive enough. In an observable universe 93 billion light-years wide, it accounts for only 0.56%. But this is far from the end. 93 billion light-years is only the maximum range that humanity's current technology can see. Though scientists calculate that the universe is 250 times larger than the observable part, even so, we still do not know its true size, or whether the universe is ultimately infinite. It is because of this that humanity has endless questions about space. For instance, whether godlike civilizations exist, whether an infinite number of parallel universes are hidden inside, and whether the universe is simulated by a computer, and so on. Perhaps the scariest thing is not in the vast deep space of the universe at all, but rather within our own highly imaginative brains.